Let me say something that might bother you a little. Some of you are not burned out because of your job. You're burned out because of the life you built around you. And the scary part is, from the outside, it looked like you're doing everything great. That's exactly why this book exists. I wrote Burned Out but Built for More after sitting with hundreds of people, business owners, professionals, high performers, people who should feel successful, but don't. And what I realized is this: burnout is not random. There's always a deeper story behind it. So I'm going to walk you through each chapter. And along the way, I'm going to show you the real patterns I've seen in people just like you. Most people think burned out is about being tired. It's not. I had a client, successful, disciplined, doing everything right, and he told me he woke up tired and he don't know why. That's burnout, not just physical exhaustion, but emotional and mental depletion without a clear cause. It's when rest doesn't feel like it works, motivation feels forced, and life starts to feel like something you just got to get through. And here's where people go wrong. They try to fix burnout with discipline. Burnout doesn't need more discipline. It needs understanding. This chapter, this is where denial starts to break, because now we're naming the things you've been brushing off. I worked with someone who kept saying, "I'm just busy." But when we slowed it down, he was more than just busy, snapping at people he cared about, avoiding conversations, constantly overstimulated. That's not just busy. That's someone slowly burning out. And a lot of you that's watching this, you've been saying, "I'm good," for so long, you don't even realize how far off you are. This one hits hard because some of the most burned out people I've worked with look the most put together. I had a client making great amount of money, respected in his field, but he told me, "I don't even enjoy this anymore." Imagine working your whole life to get somewhere and realizing you don't even want it. That's burnout at a different level. This chapter exposes the truth. You can still be successful and be unfulfilled. Let's be real. Some of you don't have a work ethic problem. You have a boundary problem. I've seen people grind themselves into exhaustion, not because they had to, but because they didn't know how to stop. And society will reward you for that. They call you disciplined. They call you focused. They call you driven. Meanwhile, you're drained. This chapter challenges that whole mindset, because more effort is not always the answer. Sometimes it's frankly the problem. This is where things start clicking for people. I had a client take time off, go on vacation, step away from work, and when he came back and said, "I still feel the same," because he didn't need a break from work. He needed a break from what he was carrying internally. Unprocessed grief, unspoken thoughts, unresolved pressure. You can't outrest what you haven't faced. This chapter helps you understand why rest alone isn't working and what actually needs to happen instead. This chapter is personal for a lot of people because now we're talking about identity. I work with someone who never said no, like ever. Always available, always dependable, always showing up, and guess what? Completely drained. Because they weren't just living, they were managing everyone else's expectations. Some of you are burned out because you don't know how to disappoint people, so you keep disappointing yourself instead. This one is powerful because it's not about what you're doing, it's about who you've become. I've worked with people who had to grow up fast, be the strong one, handle everything, figure it out alone, and that version of them helped them survive. But now the same version is exhausting them because they don't know how to receive help or slow down or just be. This chapter is about releasing that survival identity, and it is not easy because for a lot of people, that identity feels like safety. Let's clear something up. Watching Netflix for 4 hours is not recovery. Scrolling your phone until you fall asleep is not recovery. That's avoidance. Real rest is intentional. I've had clients completely change their energy just by learning to create structured downtime, disconnect properly, and do things that actually restore them. This chapter gives you real tools, not fluff, not just relax, actual ways to recharge. This is where people start to feel hopeful again, Because now we're not just identifying problems, we're rebuilding. I see people try and copy routines from successful people online and burn themselves out even more because it wasn't built for them. This chapter helps you identify the energy patterns, build a life around your natural rhythm, and stop forcing what doesn't fit. Because burnout often comes from misalignment, not just overwork. This one can be uncomfortable because not everybody in your life is helping you grow. I've seen people stay stuck because the environment around them never changed. Same conversation, same habits, same limitations, and then I've seen what happens when someone gets the right support around them. Everything shifts faster. This chapter helps you identify who's helping you grow, who's keeping you stuck. This is where we get proactive. Most people wait until they're exhausted to start fixing things. This chapter flips that. I teach how to design your schedule intentionally, how to protect your energy before it's drained, and build a lifestyle that supports peace, not a temporary fix. A sustainable life. This is the transformation. And I always tell people this. You're not trying to go back to who you were, because who you were led you here in the first place. You're building someone new, someone who understands their limits, communicate better, protects their peace, and moves with intention. This is where everything comes together. If any part of this felt familiar, that's not by accident. That's because burnout doesn't just happen to some people. It happens to people who care, people who try, people who keep going even when they're tired. But you don't have to stay there. Type reset in the comments and I'll send you the burnout check-in workbook. And if you're ready to actually understand what's going on, not guess, not push through, but really understand, this book is waiting for you.